don't forget that unless I tell you to shorten it, you write the entire electron configuration, which means you'll always start 1s, 1s, 1, 2s, 2, 2p6 on. Like you can't just start at 5 or wherever you are. So whenever I asked to write, like yesterday when I was asking for the full electron configuration, so you should have given me everything for that. All right, let's get some paper that we can write on here. Unlock the room.
But how do you want us to submit this? Do you want us to do a
What the? Yeah, you just do like a text thing. Text box, I think is what it's called. All right, so let's check this out. Let's practice one we did yesterday, and then we'll talk about how to do shorthand, and then I'll show you the type of questions you're going to see on the test, which really the type of questions you're going to see on the test are going to look a lot more like the practice from today than the practice from yesterday. Okay, so let's go around the room real quick and do a tough one. How about, let's go to ruthenium. Let's make it big. So get the full electron configuration for ruthenium. Y'all ready to go? All right. So start me off. 1s2. Right here.
2s2.
Rock and roll. Perfect. Y'all are batting 1,000 so far. Don't slow me down.
Or then 3p2.
3p6. Very good. Okay. Look. Here's what's easy. It's like you don't have to memorize this. Like I haven't memorized just because I've been teaching chemistry for 12 years, and I can say 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 because I just got it. Okay. But you don't ever have to memorize it because it's up there. So let's think about where we are. We're on the third row. P block, which is where? All the way to the right. And we counted all 6. So if we stop there, we're talking about what letters? What chemical? What is on the third row all the way to the right?
Argon.
Very good. AR, argon. Okay, so if I'm at the end of the row, and we'll come back to the beginning of the next row. What's the next row? What's the next row after 3? Very good. Okay, and if I'm all the way to the left, you remember the letters that go with those 2 left columns? S. And I'm going to go all the way through them. So we're going to go K, Ca. 4s. What is that number? Yeah. I don't know why I do that in class, but this is a little aside here, not a chemistry thing. In some places in Europe, like in Germany, instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, they go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know why I do that, but whatever. Yeah, you're good. I wasn't saying L. Good job. Okay, over here. Very good, very good. D is a weird one. So we always go 1 behind, and we're going all the way through it. So we say 3D10. Very good. Way to remember that. Just stole it from you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're fine. Hey, it's fine. I get you next. Perfect. Now, you said you didn't know. What did you not know? Okay, well, let's go back to what you said. You said 3D10, okay? So, first off, right there, we went 4s2. Good? You good with that? 4th row, S block, 1, 2. But she remembered that we need to go in the D block, you go 1 behind. So on the 4th row, on the D block, instead of 4, it's 3. And we're going all the way through it. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, 10. You with me? You see everything I just read? S, C, T, I, V, C, R, M, N, F, E, C, O, N, I, C, U, Z, N.
No, I don't.
21 through 30. Look at the one on your screen. Click on your screen.
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Okay, you with me? All right, so now next would be GA. See GA 31?
Yeah.
Okay, so GA is on the 4th row, P block, and I'm trying to go to ruthenium. Is ruthenium in the 4th row on the P block? Nope, so I'm going to go all the way through it. Gallium, germanium, arsenic, selenium, bromine, krypton.
How do we know, like, where's the alphabet come in? Like, this is all numbers.
Very, very good, very, very good. So S, P, and D is all you need to know. Okay, S, P, and D is all you need to know. S, P, D. That's the alphabet. If you're counting through here, it's S, and there can only be how many? 2. If you're counting through here, it's P, and there can only be 6. And if you're counting through here, it's D. 10. You hear me? You see that? Good?
Yeah.
All right. Rock and roll. So now we'll go back to you then. Okay. After 4P6, we're at the end of the row. Where are we going?
Hold on, I gotta count.
So KR is where we are.
Yeah.
Where do we go next after KR?
Is it S?
Yeah, but I need a number before you tell me S. What row are we on?
5.
Very good. 5S. Are we stopping in 5S?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because 5S is RB and SR. Neither one of those are ruthenium. So how many are we going to have 5S?
2.
Very good. That's it. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the D block, but instead of 5, it is 4. Is ruthenium in 4D?
Yeah.
It sure is. Yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium.
But it's on row 5 though.
It's on row 5, but it's in the D block. D block is weird. Just got to remember it. D block is weird.
So how does it go from 5 to 4?
Because we talked about this yesterday. It's okay, because this is weird, it's crazy, and I'll go over it again. So S and P are both normal movements, okay? You with me?
Yeah.
D
Butterfly.
does that.
Okay.
So if I say, all right, you, and you run a race, here's your track, here's your track, here's your track, okay? Bam, there's your track, bam, there's your track, and bam, there's your track.
Ohio would win it because she's a track star.
Okay, so but who would lose? Whoever had what track?
More likely than probably slow.
But look though, stick with me though. Why is this person gonna lose?
It's weird.
Because you have more space to cover. And so what happens is, if you drew a picture of all of your energy levels, what you would end up with is, so there's 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. 2P, 3P, 4P.
This is weird.
Y'all with me?
Please tell me.
Okay, you don't need to know what this is. I'm answering your question. This is not something you necessarily need to know. This is to answer your question.
All right.
Okay? And then here's what happens with D though. D takes so much extra energy to do all those extra things. When you get to the 4th energy level in D, it actually looks like this.
Dead.
And it's actually smaller. It's actually closer to the size of the 3rd energy level. So that's why we call it 3D. Even though it's with the 4th energy level, it goes back to closer to the nucleus like the 3rd energy level. Remember, because energy level is how far you are away from the nucleus. Because on that merry-go-round, if you want to go fast, where do you get?
In the middle, right in the front.
If you want to go fast on the merry-go-round, you get on the edge. You get far from the middle. If you're in the middle, you go really slow.
Okay.
You with me? Okay? Rock and roll?
Yeah.
Let's make it easy. Now let's look at ruthenium here. That is a whole lot of garbage to write.
Yeah.
That is a whole lot of stuff to write, and so scientists figured out a feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Hopefully, if you did your practice well yesterday, you feel like you did the same thing over and over again. It got kind of monotonous, got kind of tedious. You're like, man, I wish there was a shorter way to do this. Here's the shorter way to do this. Now, if you look, they all give you the same amount of stuff. And so how you do shorthand electron configuration is instead of starting at 1s, you start at the last noble gas that you passed, okay? So group 18 is your noble gases. And all of them are going to end something P6, right? Except for helium. Helium ends 1s2. That's another story. Neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon are all going to end 4p6. So you know everything that goes before them because it's the same for all of them. So all you have to do for the shorthand version is go back to whatever this was. 4p6, 4p6 is what? Fourth row, P block 6. Just say the letters.
The current one.
KR, Krypton. It's Superman's dog. Krypton. Okay? So, kryptonite is the rock that came from his planet. That's his weakness. Krypton is the name, or Krypto is the name of his dog. I screwed that up. But yeah, Krypton is the name of the planet that Superman came from. Okay? All right, so all we're going to do to write the shorthand version is write Krypton, KR, and then finish the rest. 5s2, 4v6. So that's a whole lot easier to write than all of that. Okay? So let's try a handful of those. All right, so let's go. Yesterday we did selenium. Let's go aluminum.
What is UUG?
All the UU ones are ones they haven't named yet. If you look, this periodic table down here, this periodic table down here actually has some of the UU's name because it's newer. And the one that you have linked on the internet maybe even has more named. Okay? All right, so let's try aluminum. What is the noble gas that is smaller than aluminum?
Wait, aluminum is which one?
Al.
I can't even. I'm gonna get my online one.
Okay, you get you some glasses, Martin.
No, I can see. I get confusing so the letters are like switched together.
You're fine, man. What do you say? No, don't. That's not what I'm asking yet. I'm not asking give me the whole electron configuration.
Neon.
I'm asking what's the one below that, the noble gas in front of aluminum. So we count down until we, I got you, buddy, you're right.
Yeah.
Right? We count down from aluminum until we get to a noble gas, and you're exactly right. We're talking, we use a different color so we don't get confused.
I got it right. Oh my God.
We're talking neon. And then we just count from there. What's after neon?
That's the neon.
What row?
The third row? Yeah.
Third row, so 3. What's my letter? S. 2. Good job.
Sodium.
We jump across because we got to get to aluminum. 3p. I'm not going all the way to argon.
3P1.
3p1. Good job.
Wow.
That's an ugly 3. I apologize. All right. Confused about I1?
This whole thing.
No. The whole thing is weird, and we talked about it yesterday. It's like speaking a different language. Okay, but when you say you're confused, I'm trying to get the why. So do you understand the 1, the P, the 3? So it's just weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I can deal with just weird, but if there's anything you're missing, we got to get it. Okay. All right, let's try another one. Let's get a big one. Let's go.
Lead. PP.
Sure. There's an extra step in lead. So if you promise me you won't let it confuse you, I'll do lead.
That's the gold.
Gold 2. It's got to be 56 or smaller.
Hydrogen.
That's
FE.
what? FB is iron. Let's do that. Iron.
Let's do Vietnamese, manganese.
All right. What is the noble gas I go back to that's in front of iron?
Argon.
Argon. Excellent. After argon?
Then it's 4.
Very good.
Is it 1? Do I always put 1 or 2?
Am I stopping at K?
No.
So it's going to be
2.
very good. D is weird. 3D. And then how many am I counting? 6. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron.
I feel stupid with Daniel Steyer in the class.
Cool.
He's too smart for class.
Nah, I ain't just sticking with us. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay. Try one more. Let's do a bigger one. I like iron, but let's go
Hafnium.
let's go antimony. SB.
What is that?
SB is antimony. Why they use SB, who knows? But the name of the metal is antimony. Okay. What is the noble gas that goes in front of antimony?
Kryptonite.
Krypton.
If I can relate all of this to something I actually like,
Hey man, welcome to learning.
then it'll be good.
Yep, that's how, I went to medical school where you had to memorize this long list of things, and that's one of the things you got to do, make it mean something to you. I would make rap songs about muscles.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And you should play one for
No, they were terrible. They were terrible, but it helped me remember it. Like I can remember, so the Notorious B.I.G. had the Notorious, that thing, and there's a muscle called the sartorius, and I'll be like sartorius, and I always remember where it is because I thought about that song. All right. So
I actually don't know that song.
all right, Krypton next. What row is after Krypton?
5.
5 letter.
S. 5S2.
Keep it going.
So which one? We're going to S.
We're going to SB.
Then what? Do we go to 4D?
4D. Excellent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Whoa. What's the biggest D can ever be?
10.
Very good.
And then
Then we go back to
we go back to S.
5 letter.
Is it B?
Who said I'm hearing B? Ain't no B.
It's a P.
P for sure.
5P3.
And then we go 1, 2, 3. Sounds good to me. Loving living.
Yeah.
All right. So the one other thing that you're going to have on your test is I'm going to give you an electron configuration, and you need to tell me what's wrong with it. Okay? So I'm going to write electron configuration, and I want you to tell me what is wrong with it. Here we go. I'm going to give you vanadium.
What's the number?
Vanadium. B. Okay?
There's no B up there. Well, you said just B.
V is in Victor.
Oh, they said B.
Right.
Shut up.
Two mistakes. What are my 2 mistakes? Take a look at everybody a chance. Get everybody a chance. Don't holler out. I want everybody a chance to look at that. There are 2 mistakes that I made in writing the electron configuration for vanadium. Let everybody get a chance. I want everybody to have at least 1 mistake in your head before we start saying things. Or do you have a question? You have 1 of the mistakes. I want everybody to get at least 1 in their head before we holler out. 30 more seconds.
Got it. I think.
All right. So there's 2 mistakes. 1 mistake on the first row and 1 mistake on the second row. All right. So I probably would guess that the first row mistake is easier. So, first row mistake, anybody see it? Anybody?
2P, is it 2P4?
Why is 2P4 wrong?
Cause you know what?
Why is 2P4 wrong?
Because 6.
Should be 6. Very good. Everybody good with that? Second mistake on the bottom row, go ahead.
4D3.
What's okay? What was wrong with that? Am I missing a P? I'm not missing a P. 4D3 is definitely wrong. What's wrong with it?
3D3.
3D. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really the only thing on this test next week. I'm there. The only thing on this test next week that you're going to have as far as electron configuration is find out what's wrong. And that's in your practice today as well. You feel good? All right, you got this practice to knock out. Any other time for the rest of the day today, you can go on PsyOps, try to increase your level. I'm going to see and make sure I got everybody in here on PsyOps because I know I got some folks that joined me new. And if you're not on PsyOps, I'm going to try to get you logged on today, okay?
No.
Calm down. Get too much caffeine for this morning or something? Get your Red Bull or something? All right, I'm going to shut down the Zoom. Thank you for joining us.
Write down, focus on your phone call.